In our last video on productivity systems, we looked at Mark Forster's Do It Tomorrow system, a personal favourite of mine. If you've not seen that video yet, I'll put a link to it in the description below. But don't run off to watch it quite just yet, because in this video, we're going to take a look at a very different, but very simple and powerful system. If you like all your tasks in one single to-do list where you can see them, then I think you're going to love the 1 minute to-do list. The 1 minute to-do list is one of the systems created by Michael Linenberger. I came across Michael's systems about 5 years ago and very quickly adopted and embraced them. I find them both well thought through and very practical to use without becoming overly complex. The 1 minute to-do list, or 1MTD, is Michael's free and simple system that he shares on his website and can be thought of as a subset of a much larger system called Master Your Now, or MYN for short. We'll probably take a look at MYN in a future video, as it's a system I've used continuously for several years. Michael provides a free PDF book that describes the 1MTD system in detail on his website, and I'll put a link to that in the description below as well. If this video piques your interest, then I definitely recommend you give it a read. Michael writes in a really practical way. Everything's laid on in a step-by-step manner, and he does a great job of explaining why the system has been designed the way it is. If you're anything like me, knowing why I'm doing something in a particular way is essential, since it stops me questioning the logic of the system, and I can then spend more time just following it and getting things done. So how does 1MTD work? Well, you'll be operating 3 task lists, representing 3 levels of urgency. These task lists can be written on paper, on an electronic document, or using some form of task management software, so Outlook, Todoist, Things, to name but a few. Grouping tasks by urgency is nothing new. It's been around since the 70s. The idea of grouping tasks into an A, B, C prioritization. Michael's main contribution in this system is in providing better definition to what those letters mean, making it clear what task should go where and when a task should be moved from one list to another. The first list in 1MTD is the Critical Now list. This list is for tasks that absolutely must be done today. Let me reinforce that. Must be done today. It's very easy to give tasks that we would like to do today or are planning to do today an A category, but if they could be done another day, then they don't belong on this list. The Critical Now list gives you absolute clarity on the tasks that you absolutely must do today, and clearing this list should be the top priority of your day, or at least making sure it has been cleared before the end of the day. Next comes the Opportunity Now list. This is intended for tasks that must not be critically done today, but still need to be completed within the next 10 days. Whilst the equivalent of a B in the ABC system, by defining a specific period of time in which these tasks should be completed, it becomes very clear whether a task belongs in this section or not. Finally, the last list is the Over the Horizon list. This is for all of the other tasks that need to be done but do not need to be done within the next 10 days. This could potentially be the longest of your lists. And that's it, 3 simple lists of tasks. I explored 1MTD for about a month before I moved on to Michael's larger system, MYN, and quickly fell into a regular pattern of working that helped the system operate well. Each day, as new tasks arose, I would decide which list they belonged to and added them to that list. I'd review my Opportunity Now list, my B list, at the beginning of each day to see if any tasks needed to be moved to my Critical Now list, my A list. That is, they absolutely needed to be done today. Each day, I would work off my Critical Now list, doing everything I could there first before moving on to my Opportunity Now list and completing tasks from there. On a Monday morning, I would review all of the tasks in my Over the Horizon list, the C list, to see if any of them needed to be promoted to my Opportunity Now list. Since that list could get quite long, that meant I didn't have to keep reading through it every single day. And since the tasks on there didn't need to be completed urgently in any case, due to the 10-day rule of the Opportunity Now list, I could safely forget about them, knowing I would review them each Monday. The system works really well. It's very simple and straightforward. I operated it through Microsoft Outlook's task system, using the high, medium, low priorities to reflect the 3 urgency zones in the system. So if it works so well, why did I stop using it? Well, the problem I had was that the over-the-horizon list started to get longer and longer, and even the Opportunity Now list began to swell, to the point that I was becoming resistant to reading the list. Now, giving Michael his fair dues, he does make a clear point in his book that the system begins to become cumbersome at a larger number of tasks. It works well up to a certain number, but if the nature of your work is that you have a lot of tasks at any one time, and I'm sure the accountants out there know exactly what I mean, the system can become unwieldy. Michael recommends the 1MTD system for task lists of up to about 100 tasks. I think this feels a bit high. For me, I was feeling the resistance to engage with the list at around 60 to 70 tasks, but your mileage may be different. For those who like that basic system as I did, but found it difficult to use with a larger number of tasks, the Master Your Now system is the upgrade. This is Michael's premium system that can cope with any number of tasks, and once you fully appreciate how the system operates, helps me feel much more in control of my workload than 1MTD did. 1MTD is perfect for people with smaller task lists, maybe 60 tasks or less. It's also a good way to get a taster of Michael's full MYN system without committing to learning it. The MYN system itself is explained in Michael's book, Total Workday Control Using Microsoft Outlook, which is available on Amazon, and is how I first learned the system. Michael also has detailed video courses on his website that teach you the system and show you how to use it with some of the most popular task management software. I've purchased a few of these courses over the years and have found them to be an excellent way to learn the system. Much easier than following the book, but they do attract a premium price tag. Michael's website does have regular sales throughout the year though, so there are opportunities to pick them up at a cheaper price. What do you think? Does 1MTD sound like a system you'd like to try? Would you like us to review Michael's MYN system as well? Let us know in the comments below. I hope this video has been a useful introduction to the 1MTD system. If you've enjoyed the video, please do give us a like. It really helps the channel to grow and helps us to connect with more like-minded people like yourself who want to improve their businesses and their lives. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel and like what we do, why not subscribe now and click the bell icon to be notified whenever we release a new video. Thank you so much for watching. We really enjoy making these videos and we love hearing your feedback. If there's anything you'd like us to cover in a future video, please do let us know in the comments. Having a trusted system to manage the multitude of tasks we have to do is a key productivity habit, and maybe 1MTD is the system for you. And sometimes just one thing is all it takes. See you on the next one.